Hi everyone, back for another doll opening video, and this time, guess what I have? I was bad, and I went and I and I got another order of these Beach Fun Robin dolls because I just couldn't resist. I've enjoyed so much fixing up and washing the previous ones, so I had to get more. These are like a part of my childhood too. I didn't have any Beach Fun Robin dolls. I didn't even have a Robin whenever I was a kid, but I had clone dolls similar to this. And I think the very first clone doll I got new from Dollar General when I was a kid, and those ones are just called Fashion Doll, was in 1996, which is when these were made. So, and they have pretty much identical type of outfits to the ones my dolls had. Not the colors or patterns on the outfits, but it's just a simple one-piece swimsuit and a beach wrap on a dollar store type fashion doll. And the nostalgia's hitting hard with this one. And I was like, well, you know, it's also going to be probably the only opportunity that I will ever come across dead stock of 90s clone dolls like this online. So I'm like, oh, why not jump at the opportunity to get more. I don't know, I love collecting all of these. I'll have like 30 of them now, which is perfectly okay. I am more than happy with the amounts that I have. But no, apparently the story behind these dolls and why there's so many dead stock on eBay is because a seller, I guess somebody they knew or something, was cleaning like a some sort of storage garage or some sort of storage unit or somewhere, a warehouse basically. How did she put it? Like the warehouse was being cleaned out or something. I guess to make way for other things. But whenever they opened this warehouse up, they found a lot of dead stock items from the 90s. And so that's where all these dolls came from. And that's why there's so many. So I couldn't help myself. Yeah, and these ones don't appear to, yeah, I'm not seeing any, like, wow, this one's really pretty. So again, another green one. The last video I did on these was a green one that I pulled out first, and then I pulled another green one out first on this batch of them. And look, there's no greasiness there's no oiliness on the face. Her face paint looks perfect. She just could use a boil wash. These ones are strange though, like my other ones. Here, let me go get some of them. Okay, so I got one of the other ones, and as you can see, the face is all orangey, oily, sticky looking. This is one that I still need to wash. And the hair is more straight versus this one, which kind of has an interesting crimping to it. And so Dolly Me from Bryce from the channel Dolly Me, he also got some of these. I'm assuming he bought a whole batch of them too. And one of his had all these like interesting crimpy marks on the hair instead of being like this. So maybe they were later, or maybe they were made later on, I don't know. But they've still got a bunch of them. It's like a never-ending stock that you can see. She's fine. And then this one, not so much. She's got all this nasty stuff on her face that I'm gonna have to wash off. So that's one of the old ones. Now I haven't gone through all of these, so I don't know if they're all gonna be, you know, like this one with no stickiness or anything. But so far the first one I pulled out is like that. She is perfectly fine. Oh, never mind. Here we go. So yeah, we do have some. But it's weird. She has the same sort of thing going on with her hair. Where it's like really wavy in some ways. But yeah, so it seems to be a lot of the pink ones are affected by that, it seems. What about this one? Yeah, that one. Let's see, yeah, that was that one. But yeah, I do also want to document which ones I take out first, because I'm funny about that. But yeah, you can see. This one's like perfect. And this one's got, again, this one's hair looks dry. Doesn't look like she has any, so I think it is some sort of product. Yeah, you see how her hair is darker? I think it's the whatever product they put in the hair. Because they will do that sometimes with dollar store dolls and other types of dolls. I know they've done that with Rainbow High, where the dolls have some sort of product in their hair. And that makes it, our generation dolls too, that makes the hair super silky. So I think that's what they did with these, but instead of only getting it on the hair, they probably got it all over the dolls. And that's why they're super shiny like that. So that one I'll set her aside because I want to open her on camera. But yeah, there's the next one. So yeah. What about this one? Oh, what do you know? She looks fine. Yeah. She has slightly some slight shine to this area, but that was just during the molding process. She's got these like swoopy bangs. A lot of the bangs on these are really thickly rooted, and it gives me totally hair Barbie vibes, definitely. And they are from the 90s, so, because it says right there, 1996. And these were never put on shelves. I was even wondering with the seller, they didn't reply back to me, but I was like, I wonder if these had just gotten lost in transit or something. And then they just sat for 3 decades. What, this was 1996. They could have been shipped out in 97 or something. They could have been produced in 96, like that was when they started making them, but then maybe they were shipped out later. So it's probably almost been 3 decades. Which is crazy that these sat for so long and they never got to see the light of day. Oh, here we go. There's another one that has no stickiness. She's flawless. So I'm wondering if most of the sticky ones were just ones that were on top or something. And maybe they were exposed to more of like the elements, like maybe like humidity and stuff like that, and maybe that's what caused them to get really sticky. Or maybe they were just always sticky with that nasty stuff in their hair. But yeah. And that's that one. Another green one. I'm kind of hoping to get more orange ones, because I only got 3 last time. Yeah, the bangs are definitely going to need some work. That's what a boil wash is for. So there's that one. And they all have this like waviness to their hair. It almost looks crimped. That's interesting. Oh my god, they're so pretty. They really are. I love the screening, the superstar-like face. The makeup is very sophisticated. So yeah. Those ones, I'm making a pile of them here that are all good. There's, oh, she's pretty too. Yeah, see, I like it whenever the bottom lip is bigger or like thicker than the top one. I don't know, I just think that looks really, really pretty. It looks very like innocent, and it's not like over exaggerated or anything. I don't know, that's just a personal preference of mine. It makes the dolls look more bubbly and fun, and not like fashion model-esque. They're just fun dolls. And of course I love the red lipstick. Ooh, this one's pretty cute. So far I've only gotten one that has a sticky, greasy face. Her neck over here is kind of like, her head's been tilted for so long that her head kind of took that shape over there, so you can see her neck sticking out a bit right here. That's fine. That's what boiling water is for. That will fix that right up. A lot of these have such good faces. See, you don't really see this on clone dolls anymore. There's so many defects that you can get with modern day clone dolls. But these older ones, they were made so much better. Again, there's that crimping again. I wonder how that happened. I want to see an orange one. I guess they just didn't have a lot of orange ones. I don't know. Guess they had more pink and green ones. Yeah, there's the next one. Very gorgeous. So yeah, we're getting quite a few of them over here that do not have sticky faces. Ooh, the first orange one out of the bunch. God, I'm just addicted to these. I'm obsessed. They're just simple, fun clone dolls, like fashion dolls. I don't think I even mentioned this before, but look at the hands. They actually have sculpted details, like especially the nails. They actually have nails. And even their toes are sculpted too. I mean, way to go, Mainly. I'm assuming that's how you say the name, is Mainly. Yeah, way to go. They did good with these. I don't know how much they were back in the day, but I would suspect that these were like $1 or something. And just how mint the bags and stuff are in. That's another thing. I was like, how did you wind up getting so many that were in mint condition? And then that's when she told me that it was just some warehouse that had a lot of dead stock in it. It was just sitting there for so long. But yeah. So I guess the earlier dolls that I had gotten in the first batch of them, they had started putting that product in their hair. I'm suspecting they probably sprayed it on them. So yeah, I'm suspecting it was some kind of spray. And I guess later on they just decided not to do that anymore. Oh my gosh, her lips are so much smaller. I like that. I like that the lips are smaller. Yeah, the green ones, the ones with the green bathing suits, they seem to have the most messed up bangs for some reason, and it's always on this side. So you can see this hair plug in the bangs is like twisted and turned. It's like twisted together. So I'll have to sort that out. These ones won't even need that much work at all. They'll just need a wash, and I won't have to do any scrubbing on them. Like, no major scrubbing or anything. There's the second orange one. Very, very nice. Her bangs look fine. But again, they will all eventually be taken out and boil washed. But yeah. Let me see if I can find like a newer clone doll that's... Well, let me see. I've got some Dollar Tree ones. Oh, let's see. I've got some over here. I've got lots of mermaid ones. I guess I could use this one as an example, but yeah, I have like this mermaid from Dollar Tree, and she comes the same way. But it's like, look how much nicer the clothes are. Like, the material is much nicer than this. This stuff, you can tell it's all crinkly, and this is not. The hands are much better sculpted on the older ones. And these ones look... The material looks way more see-through. Yeah, this is when they were doing this face. And I don't know, I still like the faces on these ones because they're just so unusual. And I definitely liked the darker lips they put on a bunch of them, which I definitely think flattered this head mold. But yeah, you can see they were never put on shelves or anything because this little... So usually you'll see this, it'll be cut out, but this one isn't. It's still the same. I like how these ones do have a date. I think these ones might have a date. Yeah, so I think this might be January 1st, 2020. I think that's what that number is right here. If it will focus again. Yeah, I think that's what this number is right here. So 01/01/20. So I think that is a date, but I much prefer this, where it actually says copyright 1996. It just flat out tells you the year. So I definitely like that. And then of course these ones have a lot less hair than these have, so then again, that was just the mermaid ones. I have a actual fashion doll one. So yeah, here's an actual fashion doll one. These ones actually did have more hair, but again, like, look at the hands. The arms are really short too. Yeah, see, look how much shorter the arms are, and the hands aren't as nicely sculpted, and these feet on this one have no details in them at all, like those ones do, so... Yeah, clone dolls are just not made as nicely as they used to be. But then that goes for a lot of things. A lot of things aren't made as nicely as they used to be. Now, I will say that the Dollar Tree ones, like, on their legs, you couldn't squeeze them. This was before they had articulated knees. But yeah, you can tell it's the same hollow plastic. But it's not like this one where you can actually squeeze them. So same with the arms too, you can squeeze them, the torso. So these ones are a little bit more solid. Let me look at her rooting. But yeah, I know these ones, these Robin ones, they have 4 rows of plugs. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that these have the same amount. I really do like how her face came out. Her eyeliner is really nice, and her lips are a decent darkness. I like the screening for the eyes, too. It's a very bubbly, happy expression for, like, very sparkling expression for the eyes, and I like how the eyes, the eyeliner goes, it's like a cat eye look. So I definitely like that. So yeah, the rooting on this one. She actually might have more though. Let me see. She actually does have more though. So she has 5 rows. So she's got 1 that's really close to the hairline, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she actually does have more hair plugs. It's just this one has longer hair. So I don't know, it's different. It's a lot different now. And yeah, if anybody wants to know how they do the ponytails at the factories, so that before they put the head on, so you have the doll head. And then they just take the hair tie and they wrap it around and bam, instant ponytail. There you have it. That's how they do it at the factories with tiny doll heads and ponytails, and then they just pop the head on and you're good to go. The only thing is this doll, when I got her, wasn't brushed out. Her hair didn't look this nice. It was more like this one. So yeah, it's kind of messed up. Yeah, she's the only one I left in her packaging just because. Yeah, I definitely think her face came out better than this one. Her makeup, this one's makeup is way thicker. And her overall expression is way brighter. She looks more live to me, I guess. I don't know, I think she's gorgeous, the way her high color face paint came out. I think it flatters the head mold, definitely. Definitely. But yeah, that's just a comparison. Now we're gonna proceed. Oh my god. They're just all so pretty. All these new ones that I'm getting, they're just all really, really pretty. I would have liked to see what some of these would have looked like, because it seems like at the core of it, these dolls had just your basic red lipstick, blue eyes with the same paint for the eyeshadow used. So basically the eyes and the eyeshadow is the same exact color, but I would have loved to see like magenta colored lipstick. Oh, let me see. Do I have a doll that I can show that off with? I mean, we could do this one. This is as close to magenta, but I have this. I have this Barbie, this actual real Barbie. So I would have liked to see what she would have looked like with a dark magenta colored lip with purple eyes and purple eyeshadow, or maybe green eyes with green eyeshadow. And maybe, I've seen some of the Tootsie dolls. They had like orange lipstick, which looks very like summery. So I would have loved to see these. I'm perfectly fine with the screening. Like, they could just leave that the same. I'm perfectly fine with it. But like, maybe they could change the color of the paint a little bit, like the makeup and stuff. I would have loved to see different colors with this face and screening, just to see how it would look. Oh my gosh, this one, she's got like really big eyes. Like, her eyes look really big. I really like her. See, this is why I like duplicates of so many dolls, is because you never know. Yeah, her eyes look, she's got really big doe eyes. Wow. So yeah, I only got one out of this whole thing so far that had a oily face. Yeah, see, this one, I got some that were like this one, okay? So she's kind of got it, but it's very minimal. It's very, very minimal on this one. And so there was some in the last one, the last batch of them that I got that were, you know, they just barely had any. Which is leading me to believe that it's some sort of product they put on the dolls, like they sprayed on them and then it eventually turned brown. Oh my gosh, another one. Another orange one with big doe eyes. So I've got two. So far there's 3 that will need to be washed, or 2 that will need to be washed thoroughly. Yeah, 2 that will need to be washed thoroughly. She's kind of got it a little bit. She's kind of got a little bit of shine to her, but it's not bad. Again, the bangs on these are rooted so thick. But yep, I've got 2. These are basically twins because they've got the really big doe eyes. Wow. So fun. So fun. So yeah, we do a comparison. So there's this one who has like, she's got like normal sized eyes, and then you have this one that has really big doe eyes. It makes me wonder how that happened, like the stencils that they used for these dolls' screenings. I wonder if they manufactured some of the stencils earlier or later on, and they didn't follow the design exactly precisely, so maybe that's why. Maybe some of the stencil cutouts were bigger than others. I don't know, but you can see the difference. She's got bigger doe eyes than her. I like both of them. I like both variations. It's super... Both are beautiful in their own unique way. So this time I got 4. I got 4 orange ones this time. So this was the first one that I pulled out. Very curly, curly bangs. The second one, which her bangs have been kind of smushed, but boiling water will reshape them like a boil wash. We'll get them sorted out. And then I got my first big doe-eyed one. That looks really nice. And then I got another big doe-eyed one that's kind of shiny looking. She'll probably need a decent wash as well. So I got 4 orange ones. Let's see, was this one of the new ones? No, that's an older one. That's one I got in the first one. So I got those 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6 pink ones, and then I got what it looks to be 5 green ones. So I got more pink ones once again. So I guess they assume everyone wants the pink ones because pink is a very popular color. Makes sense. Yeah, these are just so fun. And they're so pretty. The camera doesn't even capture how pretty they are, really. There we go, that's better. There we go. Yeah, that was kind of the angle that I was viewing them at. Very, very pretty dolls. Very gorgeous. Very simplistic screening, but they did it good. They did it right. And yeah, some of the paint here and there is a little bit blotchy, but they still came out nice. No complaints at all with them. Yeah, her lips are a lot thinner, which I love that. That's one reason I liked Anna and Elsa, because they didn't have like pouty lips or anything. They just had perfectly sweet, small looking ones, like very thin looking ones. Almost like an anime character in a way. And I kind of prefer that. Yeah, let me see if I can. Let me see. Where's a Oh, I put all of my Superstar Face Barbies away whenever I was cleaning my room. Yeah, this is basically the only one. Oh, wait, no. Ha ha ha. So, yeah, we can... This would be perfect to do a comparison, but yeah, we see the actual Superstar face. The actual Superstar Barbie face. The thing I found weird about the original Superstar Barbie face mold is there's only like one dimple on that side. I think there might be one over here, but it's like very faded. Actually, I'm not even seeing a dimple, so it's like she's only got one. But then you have this face mold. Yeah, you can see their inspiration. It's not an exact copy of the Superstar face, but they were definitely inspired by the Superstar face. I've got so many clone dolls with Superstar inspired head molds, and I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with all of them. So yeah, I'm gonna put these all back. Love the big doe-eyed ones. Those ones are so interesting. Those ones are so unique. Put all these back. And yeah, for now, that will more than likely be the last batch of them that I buy, because let's just be honest, I don't really need a whole lot, even though I would love to have bought all of them and just have them all and somehow display them in like sort of a I could have like displayed them in like a for example, I'd heard that Toys R Us was the ones that were receiving these, so like these were supposed to be Toys R Us exclusives or something like that. So like with Dollar General, they had Lovely Patsy and stuff like that, and I think these were the clone dolls that were destined to go to Toys R Us. Because somebody else did a video of a Robin that they had actually got back in 1997 or something. And they were mainly sold at Toys R Us. So I would like to put together like a setup to where it looks like... I would have liked to put like a setup to where it actually looks like a shelf stocked with these or something. I just think that would be so cool, like a true time capsule. That would be super fun, but I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't be able to resist taking these dolls out and having fun with all of them and looking at the differences between each one of them. And I've just never been a fan of keeping dolls in box or in packages, stuff like that. So yeah, they will more than likely all come out. They will finally get to experience air for the first time, and they're beach dolls, they're water play dolls basically. So they'll get to experience getting they'll get to experience water for the first time like they were meant to. And they'll be getting washed and conditioned and boil washed and pampered and primped and all that. If I come across some of these, like after I take them out, if they have like wonky hair rooting or anything, maybe I'll reroot them. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, and just for the heck of it, I'm going to put this one in there, even though she was from the previous one. But yeah, for now, that's all the ones that I'm going to get. I'll probably be doing more updates of these in the future as I go through them and wash them and fix their hair and stuff. I know I still need to do a video on those clones that I did get from the grocery store down the road from me. Where did they go? They're somewhere. I have to remember where I put them. Because I was cleaning my room earlier and I was just trying to get everything organized. So, and then a lot of times when I do that, I misplace dolls and stuff. It just happens. But anyhow, that's my rambly video. Thank you guys for watching. More videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.